Let's do it.
Uh-oh. Recording in progress. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, guys. Welcome. Well, we are here as a part of New Work team, coaches. And we are here also to talk and invite you to something interesting and different. Called visioning. And that's it. I will pass it to Lisa, please.
Okay, so visioning. Got invited to this amazing opportunity to host a visioning workshop where a few of us facilitators are coming together in various locations around the world, actually. And it's to create a movement of energy and creativity, which I think is beautiful because I really try and be more aware these days of my energetic self and of the power that that has in this world. And, you know, sending out love, kindness, and just all of that. So it really kind of spoke to me. Visioning quite literally changed my life. In 2020, after I did the life coaching course, I started becoming a lot more conscious of my thoughts, self-talk, feeling very much more at ease with my past traumas, everything, you know, so just really starting to feel more at home in myself. And when I arrived at that place, I had this inspiration, I can't remember where it came from, to do a vision board. And through a lot of the coaching sessions, there was a lot of, you know, our dreams discussed. And one of them was that I wanted to live by the sea, because I grew up by the sea and it was something that was really on my mind and my heart. So I did this vision board and there was very specific things, also yoga being on there. I've been doing yoga for many years, but I've never had the confidence to actually become a teacher. So there were very specific things. I did this vision board and we came on holiday to a place to basically to the coast. And when we got here, I was like, wow, I would love to live here. And it was included in the vision board of moving to this particular location. A year later, almost to the day, we ended up getting a phone call. My husband got a phone call out of the blue from a job agency that he had inquired with when we visited here. Just out of interest, he put his name forward and to ask if he was still looking for a job. And we were like, wow, this is crazy. And basically that was the start of it. And now looking back and reflecting back at that vision board, I'm almost finished my yoga teacher training. We live by the sea. I mean, everything changed. And I think it was that when you consciously put something out there, you not only are generating that energy and you're giving permission to receive it, you are also making subconscious choices towards that goal. And so for me, visioning is incredibly powerful because once you prophesy and you say what you want and you ask for it and you believe in it, that sets the wheel of motion of it becoming something that can become real. So I really believe in this and I want to share it with others. I want to share my experience and just explore and see what comes. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I am so trusting of the process. So
Wow.
that's me.
That's really powerful. And I'm subscribing to that. I know how it feels. And for me, about this visioning theme and definition or something, when I say visioning, I'm linking it with law of attraction, the law of attraction thing. It's more beyond this, but just an idea about what you said about generating things and self-professing and stuff like that. It's also about attracting the energy that you are being. So, and also choices. What are you choosing to be, to do? Like, how do you want your life to be, to look like? Because after all, you are the creator of your life. So
yeah.
And what
Yeah.
I think I like about this opportunity that we are creating here within our community is that there is that element to do all of those parts, right? There's the element to find your energy, find your being towards the beginning, having a chance to explore that, be curious about what that might be, whether you're coming to the workshop with, you know, I know what I want, I want to create, I want to be there, or whether you're going, I think there's something missing, and I might have this. I'm not sure if it's worthy of space. I'm not sure. And then you can just be seen and heard in that. You can just be held in that. But there's a starting off with that kind of intention laying, however the coach that you're with will be doing that. And then you're moving through the motions of exploring that, getting excited about it, feeling into it, what it might look like, feel like, what it might see you do, what it might see you be in the future. And then just like Lisa was so beautifully saying, like actually creating something that we have within this world, within this physical world, that reflects that process of the energy which you have invited into your life, and that you're now kind of creating something from, something to refer back to. In a way, it's that token that I've been here, I've done this process, I've spoken my truth, whether you've spoken it to yourself or out loud with the people that you're with in the workshop. But that experience is kind of commemorated in that way. Subconsciously, we know, right? And consciously, we know that the work that we all do and engage in is a lot of unconscious and subconscious kind of work. And that's the magic in that. You can just like let that go and let it be then, because you've taken part. There's a settling into that and trusting yourself. You turned up.
That
The actions after that, it's so for me personally, my advice, post event and even before, don't think too much. You've done the conscious actions of signing up or asking, making an inquiry about it. Let yourself just naturally go through those motions up towards the date, and then naturally go through the motions afterwards. We could talk to quite spontaneous things that popped up afterwards, and it's trusting in that, trusting in the process you've been through.
that
And if anybody who's curious about joining the spaces, we as coaches have so much trust in you as people that you have what you need already, and we're just there to journey with you in that space, in that time. We'll be joining as well with our own too. Yeah, thank you.
exactly. It's about holding a space for people to know what they already know and to access what they already have and are bringing. Yeah. And as you both said, we don't know how this will look like. It's just a process, is about exploring. So yeah, thank you, Emma and Lisa. Anyway, yeah, that's great. The thing is, visioning is more about being than doing at the beginning. And I think the world needs more of that. So I'm just excited to create a space for, I don't know, different possibilities and something beyond the rational mind. And I think it's about the self. What's true for you? You know what's true for you. So are you bringing it out in the world? if that makes
But
any sense.
That's amazing.
I wanted to ask Alex a question. Alex, if someone was to come to you and say, and they would say to you, but I know who I am. I am X, Y, Z, and they can reel off all of these things if they know who they are. What would your following statement to them be? What would you invite them to do for themselves?
Ta-da!
Dun, dun, dun,
Off
Oh,
record, give me a second. Alex is my partner in crime for this workshop. So thank you. Lovely to have you here. Please.
Thank you. Lovely to be here. Well, obviously, and what that is somehow hit the nail on the head in the sense that it's if somebody has some really strong opinions or beliefs as to who they are deep down inside, but they haven't necessarily done the work, and they mainly reflect on who they are on the external world, then yeah, by all means, that person is who he decided to be. I have nothing against it. I have nothing towards it. It's just a personal choice. But I somehow feel, because I resonate, because I've been in those shoes massively, because you guys were talking at the beginning of the call that maybe the male energy is the most limiting and constructing one. Well, I'm here to tell you that yes, you guys are right. And man, oh man, we're all over the place. I cannot even begin to fathom the amount of horse shit that is within our brain. And yeah, it's been a struggle. And even if you have an aha moment, so whatever I say to that guy in that space, it may land, it may not. Who knows? He may use it instantly, or he may use it in 100 years. I have absolutely no clue. But there is some wisdom in doing the work for yourself. Because from my own experience, yeah, I was suffering. I was literally suffering to the point where nothing seemed to add up. I was depressed. I was, what, fuck it, what is happening here? And I did the work, and being a male energy that I am, I was like, well, this is magical. I've gained some insight, and that was it. My job is done. I'm perfect in any way, form, or shape. So I don't need to do anything else. I'll continue on with the horseshit, obviously. And after a while, you're like, and you know what? It actually felt really nice embracing the magical, somehow acting with regard to myself, being vulnerable, trusting, also having a sense of gratitude. So there are a few elements that, yeah, all the tools are out there. Yeah, it's just just a matter of taking the time and really checking in to see if that is really true for you, and yeah, just explore. And for example, I'm a well, I won't say anything, but I love to play in that sense. So I love to play. I always go head on. And yeah, even though for me, so what this was an interesting one. I initially thought that wisdom comes out of suffering, because I suffered. I wanted to suffer. Ergo, I elevated myself a bit. It was like, okay, this is the key to success. If you suffer, then you'll have wisdom, which is more of that horseshit that I was telling you. So in the end, yeah, I feel this visioning should add some additional clarity as to who you are when you look yourself in the mirror, but really look not necessarily on the miracle that you are on the outside, but more on the magic that you are from within.
Oh,
Yeah. I know, right? It's just scratching
Oh,
the surface. Yeah.
that was just
you, Anne.
lovely. Thank you.
I think you said something really amazing about tools, you know, and that's where there are tools that can be provided, which a lot of people aren't aware of, that can help people arrive at sort of Emma's question of knowing what they are and who they are and what they want. And I guess that's where we are able to really put our kind of experience and our own personal ideas about what we feel could really contribute or help them along their way. Ultimately, they will discover it themselves. And as you say, they will have their own ideas. But there's definitely some beautiful ways to arrive there. So I think that's lovely. And it sounds like you're going to challenge them, which is always a good thing. You might challenge the beliefs, challenge the
Yes,
narratives
please.
that we all have, you know, and that's always an amazing and powerful tool in itself, is just asking questions and challenging people to really explore what they actually think, you know.
Yeah, the most powerful one. So I resonated to a certain degree. Yes, there are tools. Yes, they are available to everyone. No, nobody wants to take advantage of them up until a point where they're, covered in horseshit. So yeah, at the end of the day, everything is available if you so decide to want it, to stay with it, to see what else is possible. And even that, is an interesting point of view, that we have a point of view or that they have a point of view. It's almost like when you're in total allowance, you create that well, you basically know that everything in life is just a point of view. All right, if you can create that space between who you are from within and everything that surrounds you, it just become like a transmitter, like a beacon, where you perceive radio waves, you perceive the energy, and yeah, you decide how you want to play with it. Will I allow that to affect me? My boss says you did not do good today. I can either allow it to affect me, or I can see, okay, what's the space that this guy is coming from? Is that a truth for me? Just put a question mark at the end of the, okay, I'm not good enough. Am I not good enough? All right, let's see it out. So yeah, I feel there is somewhat of a back and forth, up and down. But at the end of the day, that is all of life. It comes with ease and joy and glory, but it comes in all forms and shapes and sizes. And for example, even at the hospital, if you see someone hooked up to a heart monitor, it goes up and down, beep, 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 beep. Otherwise, if you want that constant, and where you want to, if that constant is what you want in life, well, yeah, from my experience, talking about myself, in that experience, no, life is, you just need to allow it. If we'll smash you against the wall, then that's fine. It will bring you, magical abundance. That's also magical. But at the end of the day, I feel there is wisdom in the space and wisdom in everything that we receive and what we are allowing to receive. And obviously we can continue this conversation for eons on end. But yeah, happy to be in the space, happy to challenge the mundane. And yeah,
I wish I was coming to your workshop. I mean,
Yes, please. Yes, please.
and the vibes, and it's amazing.
So we will facilitate this workshop in Yash. You are in UK. What? Yeah.
In Bournemouth in the UK.
Okay. And Emma?
I think I'm going to be in Crawley.
Crawley. Okay. So yeah, the other colleagues are all over the world, the globe. So just check the link to subscribe. I have two things to add. First of all, don't be like Alex, don't suffer and then choose. wisdom.
I want to add to that, Diana, because I have to go, but I want to say that just do this for you.
Yeah,
Do this
exactly.
simply for yourself, to see what's there.
Yeah,
Find the pattern.
and
And
that's
we'll meet you.
powerful. That's
We're
powerful.
not meeting you anywhere else. We'll meet you where you are.
Yeah.
So come along for the ride.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Emma. Thank you.
Bye, Emma.
And the second thing I was wanted to say was about the tools. We are talking about the energies, the stuff, the subconscious, the blah blah. But this will be a dynamic and pragmatic workshop. Also, it's not about fairy tales and
Yeah,
only,
absolutely.
yeah. So I wanted to spoke that out, to bring it.
Yeah.
Okay, so for now, I don't know, Manaz, if she can share something with us now or not yet. You are on mute.
You're mute, Manaz.
Sorry, guys.
Hi.
I'm back. Hello. 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 I've been listening into the conversation and yeah, feeling it. If anyone doesn't come, they're missing out big time.
Right.
First of all, I want to thank you guys for actually creating this space because it's come from you and creating the space for your communities, which is, I think, something that was wise, something that is required in terms of connecting people and communities. And in terms of the process, is something that is really empowering. So I know you've all experienced visioning and had results from it. I have as well. You know, the vision is important, but the letting go is equally as important. It's just forgetting that you had a vision in the first place. And I think this is something that will come through the process on the day, on the 3rd of December. I'm really grateful that you've shown up through the coaching training, but also as resources and facilitators in the communities in which you live. I don't think this is small. I think this is quite big. You've had the choice. You didn't have to do this, and you're doing it because of your love for the people in the community in which you live. And for me, that is priceless. It really is. So I want to thank you and everybody else who couldn't make this call. I really want to thank you for showing up, for giving people the space to create a life that they want to live, to create and also co-create in the community. It's incredibly powerful. And I don't think this is something that's done in the way that it's being done now before, because it is in the place where you live with the people who live next door or around you. And for me, what you're doing is selfless leadership, because it is fucking scary doing this stuff. You know, you don't know what's going to come from it. You've never done this before. Some of you may have, but I know that many of you haven't. So I know how scary it can be, but you're showing up, and I want to thank you for that. So thank you for the conversations. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for coming together and leading within your group yourself. And I'm so excited as to what's going to come from it. And we'll be dancing all the way out. It's definitely going to be happening.
Hallelujah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
You guys.
So thank you.
Thank you, Manaz. Thank you, all of you. And I don't know, just let's be the magic we be. Let's invite. Let's be an
Just show up.
invitation. Yeah.
Just show up.
That. Yeah. Alex, what?
Why not dance? Why not enjoy? Let's bloody enjoy this life.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what we're here to do.
Yeah,
Thank you, Diana. This has been lovely,
it was.
and
Thank you
Yes, thank you.
for joining.
I wish you all
And
a
see you
beautiful
soon.
day. Yeah,
You
see you
too.
soon. Yeah, I've got to go now,
Me too. All of
but
us.
we will see you
All of
soon.
us.
Bye,
Yeah,
guys.
thank
Bye,
you.
Take
guys.
care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.